Much for spending your Monday night with us. For News 5 at 6, I'm Diane Derby.
And good evening again, I'm Rob Quirk. There is going to be more scrutiny now of how Colorado Springs Police uses force and trains their officers to do that. Part of their mission to become more transparent.
Today, the department announced they have hired an outside research group to help. News 5's Ashley Portillo joins us now. And Ashley, you learned this research, it's going to take a while.
9 months. That's exactly how long this research will take. So CSPD has hired an independent research organization. It's called Police Executive Research Forum, also known as PERF.
A push for more transparency.
The importance in building trust and maintaining that trust with our community members. This type of transparency is what we need to engage in.
In 2020, CSPD hired an outside group to provide an overall assessment on their use of force. Transparency Matters was chosen and published their report in April of last year.
They identified areas that we were doing very well in, like some of our practices in how we report use of force. And then they identified areas where we can do better, like how we review use of force, instances by police officers.
Transparency Matters recommended the department select another outside vendor to do another study, focusing more on training. Now, PERF has been selected to assess how the department is trained to handle crisis and emergency situations and where improvements can be made.
Well, a lot of things have changed in policing, but what really hasn't changed is training. We're still training the way we have for the past 20, 25 years.
Chuck Wexler is the executive director of PERF. He believes the Springs Police Department is taking a proactive measure when it comes to training on use of force.
And in most police departments, they don't do this. So they look at after an incident happens, they look at did the officer use the right amount of force? But what they don't say is how did we train them?
As they are conducting their study,
They'll be interviewing police officers, they'll be looking at training, they'll be talking to instructors.
a change in times.
What we're seeing in policing now is there's enormous changes in policies and holding officers accountable.
And the department's hope is more trust and transparency.
Chief Vasquez has been very clear that these studies and these reports and input from our community and from our employees is critical, and that we will listen to those things and implement enhancements, improvements.
Colorado Springs police actually used to conduct these kinds of studies using their very own resources, but they do say hiring experts from the outside not only helps them improve that transparency, but also helps them build trust with the community that they serve. Diane?
Ashley,